Hello, friends. Happy Monday. It is MLK Jr. Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day here in the US. So I have today off, and I just wanted you to spend the day with me. So I really was planning to do this little minimalist challenge. I saw this month-long minimalist challenge on Pinterest, and I was like, Psh, I'll do that in one day. And so I'm gonna kind of challenge myself to do most of it in one day. But one of the things to clean is your car, and it's about 0 degrees here. So it's gonna be a spend the day inside. And if it gets above 10 degrees, we'll take the dog out for a WALK. But if not, it's a little too cold for her little paws, and she doesn't have boots or anything. So we're just gonna spend the day. And so what time is it? It's like 10. 10, 11. Okay, so I started my morning yesterday. I painted the baseboards on half of my living room because it has this color trim, which is fine in my dining room, but I don't like it in my living room, especially with my furniture. It gives too much of a cabin vibe, and I don't want my home to look like a cabin, even though I think cabins are really cozy. So please don't mind my Christmas tree. I undecorated him. I know we are over halfway through December, but he'll go outside today so that my city can come pick him up tomorrow. Yes, you can't. The part of the baseboard that I painted is the part that goes behind my sectional. So let me show you. So it's nice. It's kind of very white. It's all white. I just painted the windows on those two walls white. The window trim, not the windows themselves. And so I'm like, it looks naked. But I plan to get curtains like I have in this room. And I really like those curtain rods. They're kind of like a bronzy color. And at first I'm like, do I want that to be all throughout the house, or do I want this room to be a little more modern? But I think I want, especially because take a look at the ceiling fan. I don't plan to change the ceiling fans. They're not like old, but they look nice. I like how they look, but they're, I don't know the word. It's a good old. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And so I think those curtain rods would look good in the living room and probably just throughout the house. So I thought maybe that I would paint the rest of the trim. I'm not going to be painting anymore today. I was like, maybe I could paint this door frame. I'm not going to paint the front door frame because that requires me to possibly take the door off because the hinges. And so I think that's more of a summertime activity because, like I said, it's about 0 degrees here. And so yesterday, I finished painting my bedroom, and so it is this color. It's called Jamestown Blue. It's from the Benjamin Moore Historical Collection. And I have a separate video that I'm going to put out of like the transformation of this room because I want to, as you can see, I have tape on that window. I want to drench. I'm not going to so it's not technically drenching if I don't paint the ceiling the same color, but I'm going to paint my trim the same color except 2 sheens shinier. One thing that I would do differently if I were to repaint this room, the spare room, the study that's the dark red, and my bathroom is a dark green. The bathroom is fine because I did do a satin finish, so the study and my bedroom are both eggshell finish, so they're not shiny. The finish isn't shiny on the paint. And because they're a darker color and I don't have a ton of natural lighting, I wish I would have done a satin finish so that it reflects a little bit of whatever light does come into that room. So lesson learned, but I decided to do, so if you're not familiar with paint, it goes, so from eggshell, you go shinier, it's satin, you go shinier, it's semi-gloss, you go shinier, it's high gloss. And there are a couple different names for the two of them, the semi-gloss and the high gloss. But I decided to go from eggshell and not do satin for the trim, but do a semi-gloss for the trim, because I'm also thinking of painting the doors, the backs of the doors, not the part of my bedroom door that faces out, but the side that faces into the room. And I wanted contrast between the door and the frame itself. So I thought I would do semi-gloss on the door frame and then do a satin on the door. And right now I think I'm going to do blue. I'm going to do the same blue, but I'm open to the idea of like a cream for, maybe it'll just be the trim is cream and then the door will be blue. I don't know. We're just going to see how it goes. And then similarly, I do want to get more of those curtain rods, the same one that's in the study, that's kind of like the aged bronze, and use that here in the bedroom. I think that will look nice, the slightly warm brown instead of like black or white. But then I also want to do the white. They'll be either white or off-white. I think maybe the off-white. They're so similar. So these curtains are white. And then up here are my off-white ones that are going to go in the dining room. And I just, month by month, I'm making slow progress on, so I'll have either one long or two. I like hanging them wide, so I don't know if I can do two curtain rods. I don't know if there's enough room in the middle here for them to meet. I might just do one long curtain rod, which scares me a little bit because I want it to be level, but we'll get there. We'll try it. So this morning, last night, the tape on the floor from painting the baseboards, the paint was not completely dry. So when I tried to take the tape off, I was getting a little bit of paint on the floor. Thankfully, it's easy enough to scratch off my floor. I don't have carpet. So I decided begrudgingly to wait overnight and then take the tape off in the morning. But, let's get you down. But I went to take it off this morning, and the thing I did was, where the baseboard wasn't flush against the floorboards, I scooted the tape under the baseboard, and that was a big mistake. Okay, that was a big mistake. So it took me an hour. That sounds forever. It should have taken me like 5 minutes max to take that tape off. But because I pushed it underneath the baseboard, I had to use my X-Acto knife, the tip of an X-Acto knife, and just kind of like gently like scrape it out from underneath. And I was a little frustrated, but lesson learned, and we move on. And then in America, taxes are due in April, and so I decided to start getting my tax information together for some things. So I didn't get everything done, which is fine, but I got a good start. And it's only 10 o'clock, which I think is great. I was like, I'm not going to have time to do all the things I want to do. But here we are. So today, I think, now that I've given you a life update, we'll start on the declutter, the month-long declutter that I'm going to shove into one day. I don't think we might take some breaks in between. Let me go get that list. Okay, got it. So, a month to minimalism. And I'm sure you could just Google a month to minimalism and find different ones, but this is the one that I first saw, and this is the one we're going to go with. So, first, I'll read the first 5 because they all kind of go together. So first, day one, if you're going to do this day by day, which I think is very manageable if you feel overwhelmed. The first day is socks and underwear. Second day is accessories. Third day is shoes. Fourth day is clothes. Fifth day is bags, purses, and wallets. So if you are new here, by the way, my name is Rachel. We're a little ways into this video, but I'm Rachel. This is I'm Bringing Healthy Back. And I posted a declutter at the beginning of January, and I'm kind of ready to go again. I'm ready to go again. That declutter was just clothes. So today we might also do some tidying because I have a lot of stuff that's just all over the place, but I have a bag here with things to take to donation. So first day is socks and underwear. Now, I have a couple things. So if I wear like flats or something, I like to have a sock. I do not like being barefoot because my feet sweat and then things get smelly and it's just not a good time. So last year I bought some socks from the brand Darn Tough, and they're made in Vermont. They have a lifetime warranty on them. And I was like between sizes because sometimes with socks, they kind of dig into my heel when it's like an ankle sock or a no-show sock. And so I decided to go with a size larger than normal so that they didn't dig into my heel. Now, here's what happened. I got these no-show socks that are really low. They like just kind of cover your toes. And then I got some that come up over your instep, but are no-show. The ones that come up over my instep stay on my foot. The ones that just cover my toes come off all the time. And I can't do it. So these are going to go. I've only worn them a couple times. I don't know if Goodwill takes worn socks, but none of my friends close to me have a foot bigger than me. So they just have to go. And you know what? What's kind of sad, but like if you give stuff to Goodwill that they don't want, they usually throw it out. So that stinks, but anywho, we're going to get rid of those. All the other ones fit me, so we're going to hang on to those. I did just throw out a couple pair of like fleece-lined tights because I don't like tights. I have, you know what? I have this little like silk teddy that I did not purchase. It's kind of thrifted, and I don't wear it. It's not my style. So we're just going to get rid of it. Someone else can find joy in that. I do need to get myself some new like plain black and white ankle socks because I have a bunch that are wearing thin in the heels. I'm going to get rid of this bra because I have replaced it because sometimes your bra size changes, and it's a beautiful thing when you actually get one that fits you just right. So this one, I'm going to wash that first, and then it will be donated. I don't know, do they wash clothes? When you donate them to like Goodwill or like Plato's Closet or Vinnie's or whatever, do they wash them first? I don't know. I am going to... This belt has been with me for so long. You can see how stretched out it is. It's a braided leather belt. Where did I get this? I got this from American Eagle. But I loved... I felt like there were more options. I liked that it was braided and... You could, like, you know, a typical belt has like 6 holes and they're like an inch apart or whatever. This one had like more options. So if you like needed to go out a little bit after you ate lunch, you could. Then this is gonna go because I haven't worn that in literally years. These socks are worn thin in the bottom, and they are polyester or acrylic or something, and they have to go. I won't wear them anymore. These were a gift to me, and I've worn them a lot, but they have some memories that, you know, when you get something from a certain person and that those people may not be in your life anymore, and you're like, these make me feel some type of way. So these are gonna go. And then, let's see. I've been pretty good about getting rid of underwear that I just don't wear. And there are several pairs of my regular underwear that, like the elastic, they don't stay up well. But I'm like, it's fine. So they're going to stay for now. I've had them for many, many years, so it's time to replace them, but today's not that day. So I need to make sure I have underwear. So we're going to keep those. Okay, socks and underwear, check. These are going to go just because, like I said, they're worn thin in the heels and the balls of the feet. Yeah, okay, I'm going to toss these real quick. Next, we have accessories. All right, come on. Wait, what do accessories... When I think accessories, I think jewelry, but also hats and scarves. Okay, hold on. This is my little scarf hanger. I already got rid of some in the past several months. So I wear this one. Some of these were gifts, actually. 3 out of these 4 were gifts. And so this one has to stay, this one has to stay, this one should probably go, because I've worn it once. This was handmade, and I'm not so much a gray person right now. I've had this. Harumph. Okay, it doesn't really go with my ski jacket. I could wear it with my green jacket, but it wouldn't be my first choice. I wouldn't wear it with my black jacket. I feel bad. This is hard, guys. I think it's because someone made it and I didn't buy it from them. I don't know. It's going. And then I have some hats. This one has a banana on it because, so there's this swimwear brand that I like, and their model was wearing this hat that they don't sell, but I found it, and I told my boyfriend that I really liked it. Bless his heart. And he got me this one, which is a banana hat, but it's not the banana hat. So I have to keep this. I am obligated. I have some company hats that I just need to take. This hat I'm keeping. I like this hat. I wear this one occasionally. The one thing is, like, I have acne prone skin, and so I don't like having something on my forehead a lot. So I like this hat, and we'll keep the banana hat because obligation. But these hats back here, I'm just going to, I think, like, my uncles and cousins would like them. So I'm going to hold on to them. And then the next time there's a family get together, I'll bring them and be like, have at it. So those do need to stay for now. All right, what else is an accessory? Okay, let's go to the bathroom because that's where I have some accessories. I also do have 3 scarves in the back entryway that I do wear. That's why they're in the back entryway, because I normally wear them. They should go in the closet because I'm trying to keep my back entryway more open and keep my jackets in my closet. Anywho, so recently I I used to have 4 of these little headbands that I rarely ever use. So these ones have either cherries or strawberries on them, and the ones I got rid of, one was limes and one was apples, and it had red and green apples. I usually wear the red ones because it brings out the red in my hair, or complements that. So I did just pare down those. And then I don't have a lot of jewelry accessories. However, I stood in a friend's wedding last fall, and we could wear our own jewelry, and so I went with gold. I know gold is very trendy, but I don't know what's happening. Is it because we see people wearing gold that we like gold again? Because when I was in high school and like college, like my cross necklace is gold, and I've always liked it being gold, but every other jewelry piece, like I wanted silver. But this chunky gold bangle I got from $10 at Marshall's. I like this because I like how simple it is, but it's bold. And then I wanted some simple gold rings, and I couldn't find like simple gold rings. So I ended up, there are 5 rings here. I put them into 2 stacks, and I turned them upside down so that like this was facing my palm, because it's just not me. This one was fine. This one is just kind of, it looks like hammered gold. This one has a little moon with a gem in it. Sorry if you can't see these really well. This one has like a little sunburst. And then I liked this one. It's a little thicker, but it has a simple stone on the front. So these are going to, I'm going to put these in a little Ziploc, and we'll put them in the donation pile. But I will keep my gold bangle. And then, let's see what I have in here. I don't have, okay, I have a few things. Do I like this? Not really. I have this little bangle. This was gifted to me with a silver and black watch, and it just wasn't my style. I like a really bold watch, and the other one was really dainty. And so this is like, actually, I don't think this is super expensive. It's a little tarnished, and no, I don't think this is, because cheap jewelry tarnishes too, right? And this is like 10 years old. I know these stones aren't real, and so I doubt this is like real silver. I don't know. It was free to me, so I'm not out any if it's, no, this is not real. I would have been told if this was real silver. I would have been told. This is going to go just because I don't wear this. It's not really my style. See, this is the minimalist decluttering dilemma. Like, it's okay if you're not perfect. So this is really pretty. It's just a plastic watch. It has flowers on the wristband. It needs a new battery. And I love this clasp. It's like a men's watch clasp. And, I don't know. Yeah, again, I haven't worn it in years, so it's gonna go. I have this little braided leather bracelet, but this is a friendship bracelet, and my other 2 friends that have similar ones, I think the one said she lost hers, but I like it because it reminds me of those friends. And then I've worn this sometimes, like this black beaded bracelet. So this was from a Bible study, and it was I don't know if the whole study was on complaining. I think it was part of the study touched on complaining. And so we were given these to wear if you wanted. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, you have to. But it's like every time you complain, either in your mind or out loud, you switch wrists just to kind of bring awareness to your mind of like how often you're complaining. that's kind of it for accessories, I think, for me. But we made some progress. Progress. So I'm going to put these in a bag and I'll continue with this thought. So I saw this 1 month minimalism kind of roadmap a week or two ago, but I was on my way home from church yesterday and I went to get gas, and I went to a certain gas station because they have a car wash, and so it's not my normal gas station, but I don't see a lot of beggars in my town, and I've only seen a beggar at this corner maybe 3 times in the past several years. And yesterday was cold as well. Yesterday was like 10 degrees. And when I say 10 degrees, I mean Fahrenheit. So that's 10 degrees Fahrenheit is 12 below Celsius. Okay, 10 degrees Fahrenheit, 12 below Celsius. So everyone can have their own thoughts about people who beg and how they got there and why they're there, and people who may do it who don't need to do it. But when it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit, I don't think people are outside begging for the fun of it. Like, I took the dog for a 15-minute WALK before church, and my legs and my face were tingling, stinging because of how cold it was. And so the Lord just put it in my mind that, like, you have much more than you need. And I think being in a developed country and maybe the neighborhood you live in and the people you hang out with and where you work, you may not see people who are homeless or struggling. And I know that's basically how I grew up, but there's homeless people and people struggling everywhere, whether or not you see them. And so it just kind of renewed my perspective that I am so blessed, and I have clothes to keep me warm. I have a house to keep me warm and safe. I have money to pay my bills. I have food to keep my belly full. And I have much, much more than that. And that is such a blessing. And there are people out there who don't have that. And so that's another thing of when I'm like decluttering today is something I'm considering. It's like, am I using this? Could someone else be blessed by this? Because majority of this stuff, I'm not even going to sell at Plato's Closet. It's just going to go to Goodwill because Plato's won't take it, and that's fine. But if it can be a blessing to someone else, that's great. So with that being said, let's go on to our next thing. Oh, so if 10 degrees Fahrenheit is 12 below Celsius, 0 Fahrenheit is almost 18 below Celsius. So if you're someone who's on the metric system versus the imperial system, it's chilly. Oh my goodness. What are we doing next? Got sidetracked so fast. We did accessories. Now, there are more accessories. Like, I have a lot of hats and gloves, but I wear most of them. Again, progress. We're making progress. Next up, day 3. Okay, so day 2 is accessories. Day 3 is shoes. So I just got some new slippers because my feet get so cold, and I don't like how I have to change how I walk with my old slippers. And I've had my old slippers they're at least a decade old. And I'll show you, but these are my new slippers. So they're from the brand Wildings. Wilding. No S. And they are wool. And they have some wool slippers will have just a leather bottom, but I wanted something with a little bit more of a sole. And these are like the shape of your natural foot, and they have no insole, so they're more of like a barefoot slipper, which I really like. And they keep my feet warm, which is amazing. But let's go see my old slippers. So these are Minnetonkas. They have, I'm pretty sure it's a faux fur inside, and then they're just like little moccasins. But how how short the upper is, it doesn't keep my foot on, and my heel slips out of the back of these. And so I don't know if Goodwill will take these. We're gonna try, because if they will, great. If they won't, they'll throw them out. And if anyone is aware of, I know there are programs where you can buy a bag, they'll ship it to you, and you can put old clothes in. It's like a textile recycling situation. I don't know if they would recycle old slippers. Okay, welcome to the basement. It's nothing fancy down here. It's just an old school basement. So I have some more shoes down here. I have 4 pair of boots/booties that I will wear to work throughout the year. And so I'm going to keep those because I have, when it comes to booties, like I've got a heel on it, I have like a tan pair, a brown pair, and a black pair. So I got all of my bases covered there. And then I have a pair of, they look like military style boots, but they're a little more feminine, and I wear those pretty frequently. And so down here are shoes that are more summery, or I just haven't worn them. So the furnace is kicking on. Sorry, you should still be able to hear me. I have some flip-flops, and these I don't wear often, but I do wear them to the beach, or if I go out on someone's boat. Flip-flops. I have my Converse. Hi, Pop. And here's the thing. I've definitely gotten more into, like I said, barefoot shoes, because I'm tired of like my pinky toe being crunched in, and I just want room for my toes to naturally be as they're supposed to be. And I really like the look of Converse, and so I might hold on to them for now. I have a pair of nude heels. I'm just going to keep those because I wore them to the friend's wedding that I stood in this fall. And you never know when you're going to need a nude heel, I guess. I don't know. These ones I don't want to get rid of, but I think I'm going to. So these are Fry brand, which is a really nice shoe boot company. Like, their products are really, they're well made, but you pay well for them also. But I thrifted these, and they're like one size too small, because what size are these? Made in Mexico. That's amazing. So these are actually my size, but they're a pointed toe, which means they crunch my toes. And I even took them to a local shoe store and they were able, because these are leather, they were able to kind of open the toe box, but they didn't want to do it too much, because then you kind of ruin the integrity of the leather at some point. I don't know. I might have a hard time with this, guys. I have a pair. I got these. These are barefoot shoes. These need to be cleaned. The lighting makes them look a little more yellow than they are in person, but they do need to be cleaned. These are Free Grounds. Very comfy. Lots of room for your toes. And they're more of a boat shoe, because I am a boat shoe girly. But again, these are so broken in. I got these my last year of college, and I walked to campus in these. So these have some miles on them, but it took a while for my baby toe to push out the leather on the outsides. So these are just not, they're broken in now, but I don't think I can get another pair of Sperry's. I purchased some Sperry's. I purchased like 4 pair to try, and I got wides, and they weren't like, they were still crunching my toes for being wides. And I'm like, what the heck, guys? Here we have, these are some old, these are Merrells. These are like barefoot ballerina Merrells. And I wear these if I go like river tubing, because I use them as like my water shoes now. They're still like, I've tossed them in the washer like once a year, and I could still wear them to work. They'd look good. I have 1 pair of tennis shoes that I've not worn in a long time, but I should start wearing these as my walking shoes, because these are actually men's. but they have a wider toe box. So I should just start wearing them when the weather's nicer, when I walk the dog. And then I have one more pair of dress shoes. They're kind of like a European style. I don't think we're getting rid of any shoes today, but we looked at them. We will reassess in the coming months, and I did get rid of my slippers. So that's one thing that is something to consider if you're trying to just declutter or keep your house decluttered, is if you bring a clothing item in, let go of a clothing item. And again, I know I just said, like, I have so much more than I need. And I don't know why I have such an attachment to things. Like, it's mine. Like, I paid money for these. Or it's a lot of just I. But as me being a follower of Jesus, it's, even so, it's hard for me to remember sometimes that none of this is mine. Zero of this is mine. It all belongs to the Lord, and I'm just here to steward it. And I know there are people out there, I mean, shoes are so fun. Shoes are like an accessory. It's really fun to just dress up and stuff. So there's nothing wrong. There's nothing inherently wrong with having stuff, as long as it's not your identity. Because my identity is in Christ. And I tell myself, and I feel like a hypocrite because I know I still find my identity in other stuff. But let's move on. Okay, day 4 of the minimalism, a month to minimalism, is clothes. Now, I said about less than a month ago, I did a clothes declutter. And one thing then that I wasn't sure of was these navigation workout shorts, biker shorts, because I paid money for them. And I really like the color and the texture of them, but I'm not comfortable wearing them. Like, I'm hardly comfortable wearing them inside the house, but I'm not really comfortable wearing them at the gym even. And a question that I heard someone say in regard to minimalism decluttering is, would you buy it again? I wouldn't buy these again. I wouldn't. It makes me sad. So these are going to go. Those are going to go. And I'm just going to take a quick scan through, even though, like I said, I just did it. Like, I have a hard time getting rid of stuff that is, like, personalized to me, like stuff from high school, stuff from college. And this stuff, like, if you need to throw stuff out, like, if it's stuff that stinks, is stained, is ripped, throw it out. Just throw it out. Or recycle it. If you can find a textiles recycling, do that. I have volleyball spandex that I'm not really comfortable wearing at the gym anymore, but I would potentially wear it. Doing like yoga at home. Listen, we'll go through clothes again in a few months, but I think I'm just too close to my last declutter that I'm like, haven't moved on from things. But if we can get rid of like one thing from on each day, I think that's great progress. Okay, so day 4 was clothes. Day 5 is bags, purses, and wallets. Okay. I'm not a purse person, but I do have some bags. Here's like, I think I used this bag once when I moved from my apartment into this house last year. Again, it was a gift. Again, it's not really my style. Obviously, I'm not using it. Sorry, Mom. Thank you so much. It was so thoughtful. But I just don't use it. And someone else, it can be a blessing to someone else. There's another bag in there that I'm not ready to let go of. But we got rid of one bag. Okay. So day 5 was bags, purses, and wallets. I have one wallet. Skincare and makeup. Again, this one I kind of already did. So I don't have a lot of skincare and makeup. As you can see, I'm pretty much a plain-faced girly. I will do like a lip color, but again, around Christmas time, I had the declutter bug too. And so I went through like all of my lip colors and I got rid of old like lip stains and stuff like that. And so now pretty much everything I have is stuff that I use. I bought this mascara for the wedding that I stood in, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to wear that to work, but I'm also someone who, before the panorama, I wore mascara and sometimes eyeliner like every day, and I felt ugly without it. And then I was working from home like all the time, and I decided like I want to like how I look without makeup again. And so I don't wear eye makeup, and I think lip color is just fun. And if you want to wear makeup, I think that's totally fine. But I encourage you to work towards finding yourself beautiful without makeup too. My 2 cents. Skincare, I have minimal skincare. I use a cleansing oil. I have a moisturizer with SPF in it. I have some deodorants that I'm working through. Is this one empty? That one has a little bit left in it. I have this benzoyl peroxide acne treatment that I don't use very often. I have a menthol lip buffer. I don't use that very often. We'll keep it for now. I have this very old, what is this? Is this like concealer? I don't know. It has salicylic acid in it. So I use that on spots every once in a while if I'm really self-conscious about them. And then in here, it's mainly I have a rejuvenating sleep mask. It's got like a plant-based retinol alternative in it, and that was a gift. And so I do use that. This one. So this is a lovely body scrub that a friend of mine made me and our other friend. It's over a year old now. It doesn't, I'm gonna bring this to my other friend who was also gifted this and just be like, hey, I'm just not a body scrub person. It smelled good. I'm so minimal when it comes to the things I use in the shower. So I'm gonna see if my friend wants this, and if not, I will scrape it out of the jar and probably recycle the jar. And then this lotion is basically gone, so I need to just basically tip it upside down so that I can get the lotion out of just unscrew the lid and get the lotion out from there. And then that will go and I'll get a new lotion. So skincare and makeup, we're day 6. I'm going to take a little break and I need to clean the microwave. So we're going to pause on the minimalism and clean. Okay, so real quick, this is my microwave. And I just heated up some water with vinegar, and it's supposed to soften the stuff in your microwave. So you see how the ceiling is? That used to be how all the walls were too. And it was like this when I bought the house, and it was like you have to get in there to get it to come out. So yeah, this will probably take me a half hour to get that clean. You know what did not take me a half hour to do? Clean the roof of the microwave. Because have you ever been cleaning a pot or a pan and it's really difficult to get something off, and then you go in with your fingernail and you can scrape it right off? It's like, why can't it just come off without my fingernail? And the stuff came off with my fingernail, so I got out my wooden bamboo pan scraper, because I wasn't going to go in with my fingernail to get all that off. this worked like a charm. And then I went over it with, I started out with the Scrub Daddy and Dawn dish soap, because Dawn should be able to break down the grease and the grime. Anywho, scraped off the stuff, scrubbed it down with the Scrub Daddy because it's clean now. And now it's not perfect. There's still residue in some spots, but it's a vast improvement. And I've put a lot of minutes into cleaning this over this weekend, and I'm just done. So let's take a quick look at it. She's beauty. She's grace. She's much cleaner. So I'm happy with that. And let's move on. All right, I don't want to burn myself out completely because I need to have energy to record a recipe for the Recipes with Ray YouTube channel. And I'd like to do that today because I didn't do it Saturday. I didn't do it yesterday. Both days I was painting. So, okay. Day 7 of a month to minimalism is shower and hair care. So in the shower, I use a shampoo bar, and then I use charcoal tallow bar soap. So those are my two things. And I have one razor. I use it's a Leaf brand, but it's like the twig. It has a single blade versus 3. And I have a small silicone exfoliating pad if like my face feels like it really I just want a little bit of gentle exfoliation. Or if I use I always do my oil cleanser. I usually that exfoliates well on its own, but sometimes I just want a little extra massage, so I'll do the little exfoliating pad. And I don't use hair care. I have a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush, if you guys are familiar with Goodnight Moon. Yeah, I don't have any like mousses or hairsprays or anything like that. So that's day 7. Day 8 is replace toothbrush. I'm more of an every 3 months person, so that's like next month for me. So if you haven't, though, it's a good time to replace your toothbrush or your toothbrush head. Then day 9 is towels. So let me just show you my towel situation. Okay, so I have 2 cream bath sheets, 2 teal bath sheets, so I have 4 bath sheets in total. And similarly, I have 2 teal hand towels, 2 cream hand towels. One is right there. And then I have 2 teal washcloths. Sometimes you just want fresh new things. That's kind of how I feel sometimes. I kind of would like just cream bath sheets, but mine are in perfectly good condition. I know the teal ones don't go the best with the color of my walls. The cream ones go great, but like I said, they're in perfectly good condition. I have a little bit of bleaching on my teal, on my washcloths, and one, maybe both of my teal hand towels, just because there was a time when I was using a face wash with benzoyl peroxide in it, and peroxide bleaches, and so that's why my washcloths and hand towels look bleached. The teal ones, at least. My cream ones look fine. And then for other towels, I simply have, so that orange thing is a Swedish dishcloth, and it's just the washcloth I use when I'm washing my bathroom, and then I throw it in the washer. I have that white towel there I'll use to either wipe up the floor from coming in from the outside or wipe off the dog's paws. And then I also have 3 total of these red towels, and again, I use those to wipe the dog's paws off. I currently have one against my back door helping keep the draft out, and I also will take these to the beach because they are beach towels technically. And so I don't really have a towel overload. However, we can go take a quick look at my kitchen towels. Again, I don't have too many. Okay, so I have here, again, Swedish dishcloths. I use them for my kitchen sink, and when they get too thin and weird, then they go become the bathroom Swiss dishcloths. I do have a few seasonal dishcloths. So I have Halloween, autumnal one. I have one here with ghosts on, and I have a couple Christmassy ones. Other than that, I do have a few that were gifted to me. Like this one here was gifted to me. I don't know how I got this one. I'm pretty sure this one was my mom's. Maybe I should just take that home to her because she really likes that one. And then this one is kind of southwesty avocado. It's like fiesta time, I think it says on it. Again, my original ones where I had 2 cream ones and 2, and here's turquoise ones for the kitchen. So I don't have a ton, and I'm not going to get rid of my seasonal ones just because, again, I don't have a ton of them. If it came to a point where I could pare it down. So there's just like one Halloween one Christmas one, but Christmas, I don't know, it's just fun. You know, if you enjoy that and you have room for it, it's not that big a deal. All right. So day 9 was towels. Day 10 is fridge and freezer. Okay. The reason this has become so heavy, okay, it becomes heavy in my mind when I overthink it. So here's the deal. I don't use a lot of celery. And I think when I need celery for a recipe, to just buy like the celery sticks, because I don't know what happened. Okay, hold on, I need my garbage. My celery started bleeding, giving off its gross juices. And now I need to clean this bottom drawer. And I just wiped out underneath these drawers a few weeks ago when I did my other declutters. And while we're here, let's just go through some things. So I'm just going to scan my condiments and see what I actually use and what is like, Rachel, you're not going to use this. This is empty, basically. Okay, here's also the thing. I'm a recycler. This will be easy enough to rinse out. Okay, we're going to rinse that out. This teriyaki stir-fry sauce, I'll use that. General Tso's I'm not a fan of, so we're going to rinse that out and recycle that. I have a jam, a jelly, a pizza sauce, a ranch, bouillon base. I have this sweet scorpion hot sauce. Oh, this should be fine. I don't think I cared for this. This was another gift. So sorry if you watch this. I appreciate it so much. It's just not for me. What do we have here? I have a mini mustard. What is this? So one of my recipes that I like, it's sun-dried tomato chicken pasta. What's it called? It's a chicken pasta recipe that has sun-dried tomatoes, and the oil that's left over from the sun-dried tomatoes is really yummy. So that's what's in that jar. More in there. Thyme, pesto. That's open. Let me check to make sure this isn't fuzzy and molding. I should put that on a sandwich. That sounds really good. I don't really have meat to make a sandwich. What about a grilled cheese with pesto? Okay. Orange marmalade. This is lemon. My coworker gave this to me. Is this lemon curd? It's separated, like the sugar versus the juice. Okay. Some jams. Let me just make sure these aren't fuzzy and molding as well. And I might try this today. So I enjoy ginger ale. I actually really like ginger beer. And my mom gave me, it's a limited winter edition. Heck, this is probably last year's, like 2023 Christmas. Anywho, it's vanilla bean bold ginger ale. So I might try that. I'll put this on the top shelf so that I'm more likely to see it rather it being behind the jams. Okay, this, I'm going to do the peruse through to see what needs to get gotten rid of, and then I will clean that drawer because it needs to be. Let's see. I put this fuzzy thing on top so that you don't get the little pops from some of my words. Okay, we're going to hold on. Okay, so leftovers that are still good. This is some homemade whipped cream I made this the weekend after Christmas. Now we're like 3 weeks later. It needs to go. It's starting to look weird. Okay. I made this. This meat might be fine. It's a couple weeks old. It's really dry. Okay, I had to take care of something. So, in the meantime, I emptied out the whipped cream. All right, so we're fine. It's fine. Actually, I have multiple jars of sun-dried tomato oil, and I don't need all of them. So I'm gonna get rid of this one because that's not my go-to sun-dried tomatoes. And this one, oh, this one actually has sun-dried tomatoes in it. We're gonna keep that one. And so I'll keep this one too because this one does not have tomatoes in it. Okay, my hand's greasy now. It's fine. This onion is dry. I have, so this wine I'm going to dump. So it's a fruit wine. So it's a non-grape wine, and I got it last year, and I don't think fruit wines are meant to age. And so this one is more like a cordial now, and I'm not a big cordial person. Again, it was a gift, so I feel kind of bad. This is ham that's been in there for a couple weeks. I'm sure it's shiny and weird now. This I need to check on. That is hickory stick and cheese, and there are spots on it, which is weird. So that's gonna go. I have a little jar of baking soda for freshness, and that needs to be refreshed. Oh, look, more sun-dried tomato oil. That one's gonna go. I have the last of some cold brew. I'm not a fan of this cold brew, to be honest, but I had made a pumpkin cream cold brew, and I didn't want to take the time to make my own cold brew for that, so I just bought some. I have some bacon fat, and I kept it in the fridge the whole time, but the last time I used it, it tasted funky, so I'm going to get rid of that. I have some old lemon juice. I'm going to get rid of that. I have some old sourdough starter, some very old sourdough starter, and I am concerned that it's growing mold, so we're just going to get rid of it. Get rid of it. This needs to be wiped down. Let me just start with cleaning this up. And I'll clean that drawer, and I may or may not wipe down the fridge today because, again, conserving energy because there's stuff I know I want to do later, and today is more about minimalism, getting rid of stuff that we can't or won't use. And yeah, you can clean and tidy along the way, but I don't want to overwhelm myself. I think we made good progress. This is old stir-fry sauce. I don't know if it's any good. It's been there for a month or two, so we're just gonna let that go too. Got some cheeses in here. Some might be moldy. I'm one, if like it's a block of cheese, that one's gonna go. If it's a block of cheese, especially like Parmesan or sharp cheddar, I cut the mold off and move on. Okay, now it is time for the freezer. Again, I feel very bad about food waste. What is that? Oh, this bacon. Oh, we're going to get that out. Okay, I have some bacon that I'm going to thaw. And see if, even if I don't get rid of it, oh, we're going to get rid of these. I think. I'm not going to use these. These are years old phyllo pastry shells. Years old. I have a whole chicken that I should also thaw out this week. Maybe I'll cook it this next weekend. Because here's the thing. In my brain, you should use things in your freezer. Like, you shouldn't keep them in the freezer longer than a year. Let me know, like, what are the rules on that? Because then things just start to get freezer burnt. Not necessarily, but sometimes, especially if they're not packaged like airtight, and some materials like seal better than others. Yeah, we'll get that out. I also froze some eggs because I heard you could freeze eggs. I froze these the summer of 22, so we're 2.5 years later. I don't know what to do with those. Okay, let me get this chicken out. We'll put the little bird in the fridge. Now I just have to remember to put it in the crock pot or roast it, or maybe I'll spatchcock it. That means you like cut the spine out so it can butterfly flat. Seems gruesome, but okay, so a couple months ago I was on a really big kick of hash browns, so I do like cheesy onion hash browns. And I had some one night, and I only did one portion from this bag of hash browns. And I don't know what happened. I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was just like doing everything in my power not to throw up. And I'm like, what did I eat? And it has a flyaway. The only thing that was different that I hadn't eaten was like, maybe was it one bad onion, or was it those hash browns? So I haven't touched those hash browns since because I was scarred. My garbage is full, so we're gonna empty that. Again, back to the freezer. I do have some other things in here that I haven't touched in a while. Like, what is this? Mostly it's frozen fruits and veggies. I didn't label this. This is definitely part of a beef roast. Should thaw that out. Not next week, because right now I have a whole like pound of bacon and a chicken that I'm gonna cook. I don't want to thaw too many things out, because then if I thaw it and don't use it, it'll go bad. Whole thing. I don't know what this is. More meat? Ooh. I think this is part of a pork roast that also made me feel sick the night after I ate it. So I just tied up my garbage. This is going to go. I just don't want it sitting, thawing in my garbage. I have some ground venison that I should use up because it's been in there for a while. But see, here's the thing with a deep freezer. Like, I ignore the stuff in the back. This bottom shelf, the stuff in the back, it's like my frozen mixed veggies, my frozen broccoli. So I always reach back there to get that. But then I have some okra. I don't know what to do with those. I have some baby lima beans. I've tried buttering them and salting them, just warming them up. I don't know what to do. Do they go in? I don't know. I wanted to try new things, and then I don't have a recipe to try the new thing. Okay. That, not perfect, but progress. Okay? Not perfect, but progress. So, it's 20 to 1. Let's see what day we're on. That was day 10, fridge and freezer. I need a break. Okay. Let's make lunch, and then I'm probably going to watch, like, someone's YouTube video, like a vlog. And then day 11 is pantry, so We're going to do it after lunch. We took a little bit of a detour. So there was, sorry if the audio is unfavorable. There was, I ordered a subscription for something and it comes once a year, and I forgot to change the delivery, the shipping address. And so I went to my old apartment, and there's only a 7-day return policy. And so I knew it had been shipped, so I called my old apartment. I'm like, hey, I have a delivery coming. It's going to my old apartment. Can you keep an eye on it and let the resident know, like, to be expecting it? And thank God they were so kind and just like reaching out to the resident, say keep an eye on it. And I kept an eye on it for when it was delivered, and I let them know, like, hey, it was put in the mailbox. And so today I had to go pick it up because I have Tuesday and Wednesday to get it shipped. So I want to get it shipped tomorrow. And then there's a walking path that I used to walk at my old apartment, and it is 9 degrees. And so I'm like, okay, I brought the dog with me because I'm like, if it's too cold and she doesn't get to go for a walk, at least a ride is somewhat stimulating for her. And so I'm like, you know what? The sun is shining. We'll take a little 10-minute walk. And I don't know how long we were out there. I was thinking of getting my phone out to get some footage, and I'm like, no, my paws need to stay warm. And she loved it. She had never been here before, and a lot of people walk their dogs here, but there are very few people here. I don't know if I would take her here on a busy day because she gets like protective when she's walking me, even though like she gets along with other dogs when she meets them, but it's the I don't know you kind of thing. Like, don't touch my person, shepherd part of her. And so I'm like, you know what, it'll be good. And there was this one couple with a dog walking, but I saw them ahead, so I just changed direction. And so it was nice. We got some sunshine, we got lots of sniffs, and a little bit of exercise. So now we'll go home and have some lunch. All right, so if you let me explain the situation I have going on here. So you would have saw me put rice in the bowl and then some other concoctions. So I have a recipe for sweet potato black bean enchiladas. Now, doesn't necessarily sound fantastic, but it's super flavorful. And I didn't want enchiladas, but I just wanted the filling. And so last night I made the filling, made rice, And instead of putting the enchilada sauce on top of the tortillas before you bake it, I just put so you already have your sweet potatoes, black beans, sauteed onion, garlic, seasoning, lime juice. I think that's everything. So you put the enchilada sauce in there and then you stir it all together. And then I just put that on top of rice and have some cheese on there today. So just gonna settle in and do that. And I decided, I kind of had the feeling when I was driving to my old apartment to pick up my package, and then when we were going for a WALK, I'm like, I think I'm going to pause on the 1 month to minimalism roadmap, because I'm feeling that I just want to kind of enjoy the rest of the day and bring you guys along for more of that. And so I'm going to continue that in my next video, maybe 2, maybe 3. I think 3 max, but we'll see. We'll see what else is going on in life. But I definitely want to finish that. But I want to kind of just rest a little bit more today. So I'm going to have my lunch. It's almost 2 now. Have my lunch. I'm going to hang out. I told myself I was going to go to the gym this weekend. Did not. But I did yoga. I did a yoga practice at home. I just, is it Charlie Flows? I don't know. I found someone on YouTube that I really enjoy their practices. And so I did yoga on Saturday. I did a little mini at-home lift sesh yesterday. It's just a compound movement, curls to overhead press. So you get the Arnold press in there, but then you add in the bicep curl. And so I did 10 sets of 10 with those. And I woke up in the middle of the night last night and I'm like, why are my shoulders sore? And then this morning I realized, like, that's why my shoulders are sore. So I have this thing with the gym that I either go in the morning or I don't go when it comes to the weekends. So, and then I go in these ebbs and flows of like loving lifting at home, like doing, following someone's YouTube video, or not at all. And I'm feeling that I kind of want to work out around 3 so that I can work out and shower and be done by 4. I don't know, in my brain, like I like to be done with like the harder tasks earlier so that I can like just kind of cruise through the rest of the night. And I might just end up doing a yoga practice. But movement is movement. It is all good. We get different results from different movements, but it's all good. So let's see who we're going to be watching this YouTube video. I've recently subscribed to some new people and they'll post a video. I'm like, who are you? And if they don't have their picture in the thumbnail, I'm like, who are you? I think I need to unsubscribe. That's probably going to be part of my minimalism roadmap. I don't know if they specifically have this, but unsubscribe from people that like, I just don't watch your video. Like, no hard feelings, but I think we'll do 2. So, there's some smaller content creators that I've really been enjoying. So like Danielle Catton. Some of these people, like, I really like their videos and I'm like, I don't think we'd be friends in real life, but like I really enjoy watching your content. Like, it's entertaining for the 10 minutes to an hour that you post. So she has a half-hour one. Maybe I'll do that one. And then there's Steph Maddox. She's chill. Julie Staton, she's a little bit bigger of a subscriber base, but she's middle-aged versus like a 20-30-year-old. So it's kind of, you get her life stuff. So I think we'll do Steph Maddox video. This one is a day in the life as an administrative assistant. So a nice half-hour long one. I like longer ones. That's why I give you guys longer videos if I can, because I like to watch YouTube videos and especially like have them on the background, but I hate having to like after 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like find a new one. It'd be nice if like I find a creator I like and just give me an hour. I don't care. Honestly, it's like just take me along for your day. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You don't have to be going on a cruise or anything. So we'll do that.
Financial advisors. I try showing as much as I can at work, but please do keep in mind I have to keep things confidential for our clients. But again, I try showing as much as now. So I got my lunch pack. I made a turkey wrap. I'll put this over actually. I made a turkey and ham wrap using the Sargento Open Photograph Cheese, some turkey and ham. I'm also trying out these exciting I don't know how to pronounce it. Very cute.
So I watched my YouTube, my YouTube channel, my YouTube video, started the dishwasher. Now that I've decided that I'm kind of just going to relax the rest of the day, which is not an accurate statement, but it's only 2:45. Okay, so around 5, I'm going to start setting up so that I can record the recipe I'm going to do for the Recipes with Ray YouTube channel. I'm going to do this protein pancakes, and it doesn't have any protein powder in it. So we're going to give that a go, and I want that to coincide with supper time because I'm just going to end up eating them for supper. And so I also decided I'm going to do a yoga flow later, and even the energizing yoga flows, I'm just so relaxed by the end of them. So I'm going to do that after supper, and then I'll go right from yoga to, pardon me, taking a shower, and then maybe a little bit of downtime before going to bed at a decent hour. But I got a little delivery today, so let me open that with you. Cute. Okay, these are more nude than pink, but that's fine. So, got some press-on nails. So these are from the brand B-Tart, or is it BT Art Box? I don't know. You tell me. And so I thought they were more pink, but as you can see, they're kind of nude. And so I was gonna put those on. And they say avoid contact with water for an hour after applying. I've never tried this brand, so we're gonna give them a go. And I think I'm just going to put another. Do I put an audiobook on? No, I listen to audiobooks a lot during the week, so it's either gonna be another YouTube video, or I've been rewatching White Collar on Netflix, and that'll suck me in too much because they just keep playing the next episode. So I'm going to do my nails. I kind of want to make a coffee, like an iced coffee, iced latte. I'm more of an espresso girly when it comes to cold drinks. Is there so much? It's fine. They're gonna look good on, and then I'll have. I mean, my nails look fine anyway. But I'll have nice, clean girl aesthetic nails for recording my video. Let me see who this person is. Ads. I tell you what. Oh, okay. I don't know if I like her yet. I need to trim a couple of these nails. And then we're going to watch Julie's Saturday vlog. Here we go. Are you ready? Here they are. I don't know how well you can see the color of them. Again, very much a nude, pink, very clean, minimal. Do I love them? I don't know. Also, sometimes I pick a slightly too big size. Like this ring finger could have been smaller, and then I fixed it on this side. And my middle finger probably could have been a size. Sorry, you probably couldn't hear any of that. Oh my gosh, I have nail glue all over the place. Anywho, they're done. We're done. Done. An interesting thing about these is they are, I don't know how well you can see this. Hold on a second. Okay, so they're much thinner at the cuticle. Than they are at the fingertip, which I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I do not know. We'll see. Because the one thing with press-on nails is they're already thicker. They're not as sharp as your natural nail. You can look at me now. They're not as sharp as your natural nail. And so if you're someone who picks at your skin, it's actually kind of a good thing because it's harder to break the skin. But if you're there's nothing, if you've had press-on nails on for a week or two and then you take them off and you scratch and itch, it's so much more satisfying with your natural nails. Like the Lord knew what he was doing. I accidentally dropped my little glue on the couch, and so I'm hoping that once that dries I'll just be able to scratch it off. So do I like these? You can, they might need a quick file because there's the tab at the top where you can see where it like broke off whatever it was on when they made them. I don't know if you can see that. There's a tiny little bump in the middle on top, and I might file that down. But yeah, so there's a little bit of excess glue that I'm gonna wipe off. If you wipe it off with the wet alcohol pad, it leaves a white residue. And so I'm gonna get a white paper towel and do that. And then I'm going to take Mr. Christmas Tree outside. And then I'm gonna make a coffee. I can really go for a nap, but it's 3:30. I'm gonna clean up my nail stuff. I'll sit and have a coffee. And like I said, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks during the week, but I haven't been reading a lot of physical books outside of like my Bible or my devotional. So, like, do I just watch more TV? The answer is no. Like, I'm not someone who's like proud that I watch TV. There have been times in my life where I'm like, I felt the nudging to just get rid of the TV. Anyone else? Just me? Okay. Anywho, I'm gonna clean up. We'll take the tree out. Put some water on to boil. Wipe the excess nail glue off. So it's just after 5. I've drunk my coffee and I've been watching some vlogs. There's something burns. There's a new individual, new young lady that I'm watching, and I really like her vibe. It's just chill. So I'm gonna set up. Am I crooked? Maybe a little bit. I'm gonna set up to film. So I just cleaned off my island here. This island, is it scratched? Either way. It usually goes up against my wall over there, so it's out of the way, and then I bring it here to film. And I am making the protein pancakes, which if you want, I'll share the recipe. It's not my own, I'm borrowing it. It looks like it's from a magazine, but I found it on Pinterest. I'm pretty sure I already told you that. I'm going to just give my stovetop a little spritz and wipe down. I despise cleaning my stove, but I think it's because I get in my head that it's such a big deal, and then I wait and I wait and I wait, and it is a big deal by the time I actually do it. So I just gave it a really good clean about 2 weeks ago, and it hasn't gotten very dirty, but there's some water spots, so I'm just going to clean that up before I film. And then I'm actually going to prep all of my ingredients before I start filming, so that when I film it's just bam, 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 and so that the filming is quick and the editing is quick. So I'm going to prep, and then we're going to film.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust, and I always be around when I need some loving, baby. No one else. Yeah. Let you down.
So I finished filming. I made about 14 protein pancakes. They're not bad. They're not lumpy. If you saw from the time lapse, they have 6 eggs and 2 cups of cottage cheese. They're a little more custardy, 6 eggs, and they have lemon zest, which helps a ton. And I think they would be great if you added blueberries to them. So filming went well, I think, and I had 3 pancakes for supper. But now it's just going on 7:30. I'm going to clean up from filming. I have to empty the dishwasher, reload the dishwasher, and then I was, the YouTuber that I've been watching and enjoying is Amber Burns. And if you're hearing noises in the background, the dog is chewing on something. But, Amber Burns. And then I was feeling quite anxious about something a little earlier, and there's still a bunch of adrenaline flowing through me, and the Lord is my rock. That does not mean that I can't also do some physical activity to help work out some of that adrenaline. So once I'm done cleaning up, I'm going to do probably like a 30-minute yoga flow. And I'll catch up with you guys after. But now, I'm going to clean up the kitchen. So I am going to do a 40-minute intermediate yoga flow, and the YouTuber is Charlie Follows, like Follows. Charlie Follows. And I just really like her practices so far. And this is going to be my first longer one. Like, I've stayed 30 minutes or less. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Feeling a bit better. I think a sleep will help. You can hardly tell that I have no nails on. I am coming to like them. Would I get them again? I don't know. I thought they would be like more baby pink than nude. You know? Either way. It's all good. So, whenever I do yoga or do a workout, the dog thinks it's playtime, as you would have seen. So I'm gonna pick up the fluff from her poor stingray and clean up my mat and stuff. And what time is it? That was a 40-minute. It's probably like 7:15 at this point. Hop in the shower, just kind of ride off into the sunset, chill out. So, if you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It helps me know if you like the content. Be sure to subscribe if you are enjoying it, because I will be putting out more videos, and I'd love for you to be here. And either way, thank you for being here today.
Appalachian sunrise.